Those case people versus Guy Brent.
Special life of people.
Before this hearing even begins, you can already feel the tension. A young defendant named Mr. Brent stands before Judge Simpson for sentencing. The public defender signals that this isn't a simple plea. The defendant wants to reject probation and serve jail time instead. That's rare. Judges hear countless excuses to avoid custody, not requests to embrace it. What makes a person ask to sit behind bars voluntarily? Is it pride, frustration, or something deeper like burnout with the system? This opening exchange sets the stage for a battle between logic and emotion. We'll see a judge try to understand a choice that defies reason, and a defendant grappling with responsibility, pressure, and perhaps guilt. Stay with it, because this conversation escalates fast and reveals how thin the line is between accountability and despair.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Brent, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Guy Brent.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today's the date and time set for sentencing. We have had the opportunity to review the PSIR as well as the recommendation from probation. As to the report, we have no material changes or corrections, but my client does ask that I make a brief request as to the recommendation.
All right.
To be candid, Mr. Brent does understand that the court will likely be following the recommendation and sentencing him to probation. That is the case. He is asking for a payment plan as to fines and costs. However, he is respectfully requesting that the court consider sentencing him to time instead of probation. He does understand that he will likely be
Wants to go to jail for a year.
That is the request you asked that I make today, Your Honor. He is willing to comply with probation if need be. However, given the expenses and some of the obligations, he is asking to serve the time instead. He understands, though, that Your Honor will likely adopt the recommendation.
Do you want to go to jail?
No, sir.
When the judge asks this blunt question, the room goes still. Most defendants beg for leniency. This man shrugs off probation as too much. Probation can be mentally and financially draining. Fees, drug tests, constant check-ins. But the judge needs him to see the bigger picture. Jail isn't a break. It's a full stop to his progress, his family life, and his rehab program. What we see here is a man so weary of supervision that he'd trade his freedom for certainty. It's a tragic logic born of stress, not defiance. Judge Simpson's calm probing, "What about your program?" isn't mockery. It's a lesson in cause and effect. Viewers, ask yourself, would you ever take the easy way out if it meant handing away your freedom?
It was just dealing with probation. Like,
So you think it'd just be easier if I just sent you to jail?
well, just the way this probation is just a lot right now. I just don't, I'm gonna try to complete it, but I got 6-week program for, program or whatnot.
You're doing a substance abuse program right now?
Yes.
So if I send you to jail, what happens to your participation in that program?
I'm not sure. I actually didn't follow up with that. I just talked to her this morning. I didn't talk to
Your Honor, if I may, I believe he would not be allowed to continue with that program, unfortunately. And I did encourage him to stick with that program and under the supervision of probation.
Tracy Clare on behalf of probation, or Your Honor, with that program that he's speaking of, he is in CCOP. As a condition of bond, he had to be drug testing. He had some issues with the testing, and I think conversation with the agent over there. Given the conversations that they had, they referred him to CCOP, which he has completed the intake and the program. That's why it is picked up and adopted with the recommendation to the court.
Thank you.
That is all correct, Your Honor.
I'm still trying to figure out why you want me to send you to jail for a year.
The judge's frustration is controlled but clear. He hears a man dodging accountability through resignation. Brent mentions another case and multiple probation officers, a maze of obligations that's overwhelming him. From a legal lens, he's entangled but not hopeless. Yet his mindset is defeatist. He talks like someone who's already lost, not someone seeking rehabilitation. Simpson tries to snap him out of it, pressing for reason. This moment shows how probation isn't just punishment, it's a psychological test. Compliance demands discipline and patience, qualities many defendants haven't built yet. So when Brent asks for jail, it's not about ease, it's about control. He'd rather serve a definite sentence than live under constant uncertainty. A judge's role is to push through that fog and remind him, growth comes from struggle, not escape.
I was unclear that it was a year, but I also have another,
So even if it were 93 days, why would you want me to do that?
because I have another case on the 11th, and I believe I
Where?
think they're putting me on probation for that as well. And so I'm getting a probation. I guess I have two probation officers, Cheryl Boyke and Teresa. And it's
That's
a lot to keep up with.
Your Honor, he has sentencing at 14 p.m. December 11th. And that is for a failed to report an accident.
You're working.
Yes, sir. Probation interview.
You're in a treatment program, right? Try to deal with some of your issues. Where are you living?
Ypsilanti.
You by yourself?
Yes, sir.
You rent?
Yep.
How long you been in that apartment or that place?
My whole life, 26
Pardon?
years. My whole life, 26 years.
In that residence?
Yes, sir.
Is that somebody else's house or yours?
My mom's here.
What would your mother say if she knew that you were up here asking me to send you to jail?
This is where Judge Simpson switches from law to emotion. He targets the human core, family. By invoking Brent's mother, he's forcing reflection beyond court protocol. The judge knows that sometimes the most effective correction is emotional, not legal. Brent's answer, whatever to get it over with, reveals fatigue, not malice. This exchange captures a tragic pattern. People so exhausted by systemic pressure that they see jail as closure instead of punishment. It's a mirror for viewers to ask how many people seek short-term relief even when it hurts their future. Simpson is not lecturing. He's searching for the spark that can pull Brent back to reason. A judge with empathy can sometimes do more rehabilitation than a sentence ever could.
Whatever the
What would your mother tell? What would your mother say?
whatever just to get me over with this as soon as possible. Both cases.
So you understand that if I accede to your wishes and send you to jail, then on the 11th, Judge Washington might still put you on probation of some type.
I believe that was just dismissed, and I was just showing up for yeah, that's
dismissed.
I mean, sentencing was just to follow up with, because I reimbursed the victim, so I understand I pled no contest, but from my understanding, the judge that was sentencing me was understood, guess talked to my attorney and understood that I reimbursed the victim. And of course I couldn't get it dismissed because I pled no contest, but you know, I guess I can't say it's gonna get dismissed because I played no contest, but I doubt if I get probation for that one.
So you don't think you can do this probation?
I can't. It's just
What?
I can't.
Then why do you want me to send you to jail if you know you can?
Okay. I guess I'll just withdraw the request. Sorry.
Your Honor, if I may briefly, we would like to withdraw that request.
This turn is pivotal. The public defender rescues the situation, steering Brent away from self-sabotage. Notice how Simpson doesn't gloat or scold. He lets the defense reframe the narrative. The attorney highlights employment and parental responsibility, anchors that might stabilize the judge's view of rehabilitation potential. Legal insight, judges balance punishment with prospect. A defendant with steady work and family ties is far less likely to reoffend. This moment teaches how strategy in court isn't about talking loud, it's about talking smart. Had the defender stayed silent, Brent could have walked out with a sentence that derailed his life. Instead, the tone shifts toward hope, and that's the power of representation done right.
And I do believe that this recommendation from probation is a good recommendation. And I do also believe that Mr. Brent will follow it and benefit from it. And I do believe that he'll remain in compliance. I know he is a hard worker. He works full-time, 7 to 3 shift at Taco Bell, full-time, been there for a while. And I believe your child is 7 years old and he just does support a 7-year-old child. I believe he will.
You've got to be kidding me. You have a child?
Yes, sir.
How often do you see your child?
About 4 days a week.
How many?
About 4 days a week.
Girl or boy?
Boy.
So what's that child think when all of a sudden I don't see daddy at all?
Well, I don't want to get into details of the case, but during the incident of the situation, he was on scene, and like I said, I was just
No. That's not what I'm talking about.
yeah.
You see him 3, 4 times a week, right? So if I send you to jail, how many times are you going to see him a week?
0.
What?
0.
So why would you do that to him?
He witnessed me get taken to jail the day of this incident. Like I said, I was just wrong place, wrong time that day, and I was unaware I had warrants out, so they had to take me to jail. And yeah, so it's not like he hasn't, dealt with it before. It's just,
Young man, do you understand what I'm asking you? How do you do that to your son? Don't care what he witnessed. How do you do that to your son to just disappear for a year? And worst of all, ask me to do it.
I was unaware that it was a year. I understood I had sentenced in February 3rd.
Okay, so let's say it's 93 days. It's not, but let's say that it's 93 days. Why would you do that to your son? You have an answer for me?
I don't.
Pretty stupid, isn't it? I mean, I'll just be blunt about it. It's stupid.
Here the judge drops formality for truth. Calling a decision stupid is not disrespect. It's real talk. Simpson is using shock therapy to wake Brent up. Law often walks a tightrope between authority and humanity, and this is a prime example. He's saying, I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. That's a different kind of power. The judge's next line about history lessons turns this into a social commentary on self-perception and responsibility. He's telling Brent and everyone watching that understanding your own context means never asking for chains. This moment feels less like punishment and more like a wake-up call to anyone who thinks quitting is simpler than fighting through.
I mean, aren't you out there trying to teach him the right way to do things?
Yes, sir.
And if you're not there, how are you going to teach you? I'm going to just say this, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I do not understand how somebody that looks like me comes up here and asks a court to send me to jail.
I've never dealt with probation before. It just became a hassle just due to the prior 3 weeks I've been on it. I mean, I'm a compliant, and everything's been running smooth so far, but um, not dealing with my work schedule and
Young man, tell you what I want to do? I want to send you to school and make you take a history lesson. Because if you took one, maybe knew a little bit more about your history, there would be no way you would come up in any courtroom and ask to be sent to jail. Anything else? Yes. All right, we're back on the record in the case of the people versus Guy Brent. Mr. Brent, let me try to understand your living circumstances.
Post-break, Simpson returns with precision. He's checking details, probing inconsistencies, and testing credibility. Brent's answers don't align. About his mother, his residence, and his child. For a judge, that's a red flag. It's not about catching lies. It's about measuring stability. Sentencing is never just about the crime. It's about environment. When details shift, trust wavers. The decision to adjourn shows discipline. Simpson would rather pause than sentence in confusion. That restraint is the mark of judicial maturity. Many viewers expect instant justice, but true fairness takes time and fact-checking. This pause may save Brent from a worse outcome and gives him one more chance to get his story straight.
Who lives there with you?
I stay by myself.
Pardon?
I stay by myself.
Okay, where's your mother live?
She lives in Detroit, Michigan. She just moved out there December 2023.
So how long has she been out there?
December 2023.
Okay, so how are you seeing your son?
I pick him up from school.
If I may, Your Honor, Mr. Brent, have you been doing that since October 25th, or is this
No,
prior?
I haven't seen him since this case, October 25th. Haven't seen him not one time since October 25th.
Hold on. I asked you how often you see your son.
Prior to the case, for about 4 to 5.
Well, you didn't say that to me.
Oh, I thought that's what you were asking. Because I was ordered do not contact. So I can't see him. I can't call him. Nothing for this case.
How often do you go out to your mother's?
I just went for Thanksgiving. Prior to that, I only been out there probably twice.
So you've had no contact with the child?
Yeah. And his mom as well.
Pardon?
His mom as well.
What city does the child live in?
He stays in Ypsilanti.
Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn his sentencing to the 16th. Because some of what's being told to me doesn't make any sense. And I'll explain some of it afterwards. And Ms. Polera, I may need you to look into something else.
Can I help you clarify?
I don't think you can.
Oh, trying to figure out my living situation.
Well, maybe this. How often does your mother see your son?
Now since this case, a little more often. Used to be probably once a week. Now it's probably 3, 4 times a week. She's filling my shoes. So
What I'm going to do is I'm going to adjourn the sentencing to December 16th, 2024, 1 p.m. And then we can talk about it. I need to check into, Miss Blair. All right. Bond will continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hold on a second. Who's that with him? So, yes. His grandmother? Not his mother. Your grandmother lives here?
She stays in Ann Arbor.
Okay, we'll figure it out. Thank you.
Can I go?
Huh? Oh, yeah, you're, what'd you say? No, you're good. I was just I'm trying to figure out the dynamics of everything, and then I saw you, and I was trying to figure out who you were, ma'am. Take care.
The hearing ends not with a sentence, but with a lifeline. Simpson defers judgment until he can understand the truth. That's not weakness, it's wisdom. Brent walks out temporarily free, but under a spotlight of expectation. This case illustrates how justice often hinges on human detail, honesty, consistency, context. A judge's job isn't just to punish wrong, it's to recognize when someone can still be steered right. In the end, it's not about probation versus jail. It's about accountability versus escape. Brent got a pause to reflect. The rest depends on his next choice. If you found this case as revealing as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns on Trial Truth.